Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I want to do a really quick blot to beat makeup tutorial on this look here. With the Nivea Men Post Shave Balm, I am going in and using that as a primer and putting that over my face evenly. On top of that, I'm going in with the Becca Ever Matte Primer. I am not putting this over my entire face. I'm kind of just putting it in my T-zone because the foundation that I'm using, it is mattifying as well, and in the winter time my skin essentially is drier than it is in the summertime, so it's not as oily as it normally is. So I'm going in with a damp beauty blender and I am blending out my foundation. It's the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet in the shade 75. For my brows, I'm going in with the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in the color Ebony, and I am feeling my brows. I recently started using the pomade and I must say I really like it. Gets those brows extra fleeky. I can appreciate it. I think I'm using the flat angled brush from e.l.f. to carve my eyebrows out. Now I'm using a flat brush from e.l.f. as well, dipping it into my concealer. It's the NYX Above and Beyond Full Coverage Concealer in the shade 10, and I'm using this to carve my eyebrows out.
Especially on Valentine's, don't need no chocolates cause your skin will do just fine. Girl, you compliment my mind. Remember the time I hit your line, trying to decide which was the greatest spike joint of all time. And you said,
next I'm going in with the HD Pro Concealer by LA Girl. Everyone, knows about these. I'm using this in the shade Fawn, and I'm using this to highlight. I was using the NARS Creamy Radiant before, but it's kind of drier. I feel like it leaves patches. Maybe I'll use it when I'm not using such mattifying products under it, but for now I really like the HD Pro Girl concealer. I just went back to my little $2.99 favorite. Oh, and I am blending that out with a damp beauty blender. On to contouring. I'm using the Black Opal Stick Foundation in the shade Black Walnut, and I am carving out my contour. Right here I'm using the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, and I am blending out the areas I just placed my contour. Taking any of the residual product and I am using that to carve out my nose contour. Going in with the Sacha Buttercup setting powder, and I am setting all the places I just highlighted. I recently just started using this powder. I do really like the finish of it. I don't know if I like it more than my Laura Mercier. I have to still wait and see if I do, but I'm using a damp beauty blender again to just press that into the areas where I highlighted. Taking my Real Techniques powder brush, I am dipping it into the Loreal Infallible Pro Matte Face Powder, and I am dusting the powder that I just put on and kind of blending it into my skin so it isn't so flashy. Taking my Expert Face Brush again, and I am taking this shade from the MakeupShayla contour palette, and I am setting my contour. I'm just setting all those powders I just used so my face is less cakey, and I'm using the Pixi Makeup Fixing Mix. Going back into the concealer I used to cover my brows, I am applying this to my eyelid, kind of just as a base for my eyeshadow to stick to. I'm going into the Wet n Wild Petal Pusher palette, and I am taking my blending brush, it's by e.l.f., and I am blending this shade into my crease area. I know it says eyelid, but I really wanted to use this for my crease instead. With the Urban Decay Moondust palette, I'm tapping the shade onto the lid of my eye using my finger. I feel like I get more pigment when I use my finger with these shadows. Going back to the Wet n Wild palette, I'm taking the shade here and I am putting it on my outer crease area to kind of darken it up and kind of make it look a little more smoky. For my bottom lash line, I'm just taking this shade and I am smoking it out to make it look kind of bring the whole purple smoky eye look together. With this shade, I am going in and I am adding this to my inner tear duct just for a little more pop of color. Just added this little color to the arch of my eyebrow. I kind of like how this has been looking, so I'm just adding that up there now. Using a black eyeliner, I am just smoking out my waterline. With the LA Girl, I think it's actually LA Colors eyeliner, I'm just going in and applying this liquid eyeliner in the wing, and I'm going to do this on both sides. On the other side, I actually noticed that I did not match it that well, so I did go back and remove that wing and redid it, but I just did it off camera. Taking my mascara and I'm applying it to my bottom and top lashes, and I will be wearing lashes, but I wanted to coat my normal lashes first so that the false ones have something to lay on and grip on too. Using the lashes I always use, which are the Ardell Glamour Wispies, I am taking some glue and just applying that in, popping my lashes on. The blush I'm using is actually by e.l.f. It's in dark. I didn't mean to go that heavy, but it was kind of heavy, so I just took the blush to the other side and I made it match. Time for my favorite part. I am adding my favorite highlighter. The camera made it, you know, kind of look like it was like a whole lot, but in person it really didn't look like it was that much. I did go ahead and take my beauty blender and I kind of tapped it on the highlighter too, so it isn't so bright, I guess. But yeah, just highlighting everywhere that needs to be highlighted. Going in with Limbo by ColourPop, and I'm using it as a lip liner first. With this lipstick, I'm just basically blending out the lipstick slash lip liner I just used prior to. And it's a really creamy nude, and I feel like the lip liner kind of makes it with the lipstick. Kind of gives it a new shade, and I really like this shade. To complete the lip look, I'm adding this lip polish by Buxom. It's in the shade Amy, and it's kind of colorless, but it's kind of nude at the same time too. But I'm just using it as a lip topper. Finishing off with this setting spray, and I am done. Well, that's it for the tutorial, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video. Hey, while you're here, go watch my last video on this wig. Make sure that you're actually subscribed. See this button over here? Make sure you hit subscribe. See you guys later.